Greetings, everybody. Made my way out to Levi Montalcini because I needed to get some of the focus crystals from the material trader. Wiped out a whole bunch. I'm going to have to go somewhere and collect a whole bunch of stuff. But got those I need. I've got everything because I stopped on my way over here to pick up the 8 HN shock mounts. So I picked them up. So I should have everything needed to get the frame shift drive booster. Heading over here to Wise 1506 plus 7027 because there is at the Dobrovolsky Enterprise. I probably butchered it. It sounds Russian to me and I don't speak it. But that's where oh wait. That's a human technology broker. That's not going to do me any good. So let's go with the next. Let's see how far away this one is. This one has a Guardian at the Magnus Gateway, and that's where we'll head off to right now. And we'll get there. I'll probably have a little fun and excitement because those shock mounts will get the NPC pirates after me. And it shouldn't take all that long to get there. Once I pick that up, I'll be going over to Shinrata to get some upgrades on this ship. Namely, number one, I need a better fuel scoop. This 4B is driving me nuts. Having to regularly stop around the sun to fill up every 5 jumps, give or take, even though I scoop. At a slow rate of speed around the sun on all the stops, I cut down about half throttle. It's still not filling me up fast enough. After about 5-6 jumps, I have to stop and actually do a pretty good fuel up. Because I don't like going below a quarter of my fuel capacity. I do not want to have to call the fuel rats out on me. Anytime I do the jump, I go down to about half throttle, pump the system and face and go over the sun, so it's basically a straight downward shot. And as you see, with the 4A, I'd probably already be done fueling. And I'm not fueled up all the way. And that's why I want that 4A. Go ahead and put it down in comments. I might build up a combat ship set up with a crate and a ship launched fighter, and go do some combat stuff, but I might also just do some more exploration type stuff here. And we are going to I said Magnus Gateway, didn't I? Pull that up again. Yes, the Magnus Gateway. So, head over here. And I haven't been bothered yet. Nice. I'm either jumped right by the sun or shortly before getting to a place I'm going to. And let's hope I actually have the right items, because I've got module blueprint segment, and the guide was saying fragment. So let's see if there's a difference here. I'm hoping I'll be all set and good to go. Like I said, this will probably get me up over 55, over 60 light year jump range with this ship. To get your really big jump ranges, you have to do some a whole lot of engineering, and I don't have any of that stuff set up anywhere near close enough yet. I still have several engineers to unlock. I just might go and do that. We'll see when after I land, as I'm going into land, I should say, what I have left for unlocking some engineers. And that's what I've been expecting. Look at that. And I really dislike this when it's right next to a planet, because 9 times out of 10, the planet or a sun or something else will cause you not to be able to track that, and you'll lose. I also want to continue on the rep grind with Federation. I've got the cutter on my main account that I have fully set up for mining. I'm thinking about doing the same thing, but with the Corvette on this account. But I generally did, like I did, was saying when I got the Python when I got to elite status, I just went and brought it up to fleet carriers right over the planet. Okay, that's frame shift drives. Missiles and mines, I'll unlock her so I can unlock some other stuff. How many do I need? 3 relics, okay. I can do that. Another one I need to get, I'm probably not going to get that one anytime soon. I've never really worked the black markets. I'm going to need to go and mess with that. Combat bonds. I don't have any. Might work with that when I go for with my reputation stuff. Go ahead and fuel up since we're sitting here. Contacts. Technology broker. Okay. We do have it. Do this. Unlock the item. Let's see if it'll actually be able to outfit it here. I'm kind of leaning to not doing it here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it here. Instead of going all the way to Shinrata and get the 10% discount. We don't need to worry about the funds that much. So we need optional internals. We're going to sell this. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to store that. Put this there. So I can get a shield. And this is where I would have gone in there because, you know, shield generator. I'm going to go ahead and run with this one. 5 tons. 2 tons. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and run with this. We're at 56.05, so we gained a half a light year just by changing that shield down. Browse the shop. FSD boosters. The 4. And we're going to gain 9.25 light years in jump range. So we'll be at 65.1 light years with this on. I'm definitely not going to buy this now, even if they have the A, just because of the price. 10% off of that, that's 200, almost 300,000 credits. Yeah, we'll hold off on that. But what I'll show you is this here is 34 tons a second, where the 4B is 29. So it will speed up my refuel pretty dramatically. And the fuel scoops don't have weight, so it doesn't affect our jump range. But some of the other things I'm looking at to do for this ship is to upgrade. Yeah, I'll do that on my, I think I already did, but my Python, I'll probably upgrade some of this stuff. I'm going to go back and do some sensor upgrades and some other things on this also. But now that we're up to, basically we just upgraded 10 light years by changing that shield and everything. So this is going to make us a lot easier to jump around and get from point to point. So that's the reason to go after it. The longer you can jump, the better. In most situations, my mining ship, I will not be putting a jump on it because I'm really not jumping systems other than going from where I'm going to park the ship to the mining. I'll mine, sell it to fleet carriers, go back to mining. I'll do a couple runs of that, a couple times a week, and then come right back out, park it, and rest of the week I'll be doing this. I'll be probably running around in this, or okay, I don't know what fire group we've got to mess with. Oh, that's right, I pulled off that limpet controller. I'll put it there. The only reason I really have that on the ship at all is if I go and find some, let's see if they've got any here. Nope, I'm not seeing any. If they had your signal, unknown signal sources and things like that. You go into those and you can gather things up. That's the only reason I have a collector's limpet even on this ship. Actually, and let's see what we would get if we take out that collector limpet controller. It's only half a ton because I got the lightest one. It would not bump us up all that much. A couple tenths of a light year jump. So I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, shoot, this right here at 16 tons is going to do a whole lot more than half a ton. But I will keep that just because of going around. Now, when I was on the planet I did the Guardian frameshift drive booster, I did not go out and do any of those minings at the biological or points or anything like that, which I probably should have just to get some more material since I was already there. I just was on a one-track thing by the time I got finished with that after that bad start. So I just left. I wanted to get this stuff done. And here's where I'll finish this one off. I do have over 3 million that I can sell to a Cartographics. I am going to, let's see, what engineer is that again? This one here. This one is, let's see, EURY. Arubia Blue Mafia. Oops. I am starting. Always want to fill it out correctly. I'm starting in this system. And I'll pull this up right here so you can see what I'm doing. This is eddb.io. Put in the faction, what system I'm starting in. This is a planet base. This one here is only 63 light years away. So I'll go ahead and go over to that one, sell all this cartographic data to them. So we can I have to get up to a cordial status with them to get Liz Ryder's open stuff. So let's see, we've got LHS 1651. We don't have all that much time yet on this, so let's go ahead and head over there to LHS 1651. We'll head there. Look at that, one jump. And this is where I was meaning about it really helping by getting the longer jump ranges. It's a lot quicker to get around. And then after I unlock her, which I think the 13 million in cartographic data will do it, or I should say 3 mil. That'll open her up and give us, I don't remember what else she needs. She wants something else too. But that will get her started. Let's see what it takes after the fact, and if it's anything interesting, I'll go ahead and continue on this video. Open her up. We've got some other things. I might go and look into it and see what all we need to open up several engineers, and I might go and do that for the next round. Throw it in the comments what you'd like next. I'm really thinking about building up the crate, which is not super fun for the combat bonds because I don't have all of it yet. We need to go to camera vision, way out over there. I should have looked at that chart that came up. Nope, it doesn't have it. Yes, it does. Arrival distance 16,884 light seconds. I could have gone to Vindalibia system, and it would have been a lot quicker. We wouldn't have had this big long distance of running in Super Cruise. And here's what I'm talking about. You've got 16,884, 20 light seconds, 690. This is the distance. Well, it says from Seoul, but it's from our reference system. So it would have been nice. I should have caught that, but I missed it. It's not the end of the world. We'll go ahead and get this done. Unlock her, I believe, while we're flying out there. There's a lot more engineers than this. But we have to get, I believe he's got to go up to a ways higher. 99% sure that I've got to get Elvira up to at least level 3. To get some other names down here. Opening up Liz will give us some more names, but I also need to get some other things. Basically, with her, I'll buy some missiles and mines, boost them up, and just get rid of them. Just to get her rep up high, get her up high enough. He's only in the 3, she's at 5. So that's what we're going to need to work on. I do need Dweller. I'll have to look at opening him up. I do like using the pulse lasers a lot on my ships, so that would be something that would help me out anyways. The pulse lasers and some other things. So we'll see how it all goes. There is, unlike a lot of your games, this one you're doing in-game content, even though it's not then really at the beginning. Once you get to certain levels and set up certain types of ships, you're basically in gaming it. You're doing engineers to get your stuff better and stronger. The reason I was looking at doing that crate Mark II, which I believe is what the one it is that I would want. Whoops. Thinking more about what I'm about to say than what I'm doing. I think I dripped enough. Yeah. We'll see what this opens up. I'm thinking at the afterwards I'll go, oh, did I not do a scan in this system? Now, of course, that we can't sell this data to this cartographic place for this system, but it's always nice to have. And just out of curiosity, let's go and shoot these rings. I generally shoot every ring because of them changing the mining spots. I'm sure some other people have already shot this ring, lit it up, so I'm not expecting to see any double, triple hot spots or anything of any consequence, but figure out what's there. Who knows? So other people might be thinking, well, someone would have scanned this by now, I'm not going to scan it. And we're all looking for better low temp diamonds, and all we're finding is stuff pretty good distance out of the bubble. I am definitely leaning more towards going ahead and doing that crate. I believe is which one it is. I'm leaning towards jumping over to my main account at the end of this. Pull up those ships to confirm which one it is of the crates I use. I want to say it's the Mark II. Pull that up, and we'll see. That is one of my favorite combat ships. There are some others that are fun, and I'll pull it up. I will go ahead and do that. This video is not all that long. We're only looking at about 30 minutes as of right now. Actually, I have a feeling she's going to have me doing some stuff, so there's a lot of different thoughts going into combat ships, what the best ones are and everything like that. What ones are best for which type of gameplay. You know, what are you going after, Thargoids or whatnot? I think most of the rest of my evening. Let's see what we get. Should be getting a whole bunch of messages.
Incoming message.
We are friendly. That I do believe is over cordial. their home system. So we've got to figure out what their home system is. And I think it's NAX, but let's find out. Home system for EURYBM Blue Mafia Elite Dangerous. No, there is a system called Arubia. So we go over here and get that's what I figured. It couldn't have been very far. Now, it says clearly you only get her mission from that system. We have the rep. I'm pretty much positive for getting that. Now the biggest problem with, let's say, my Crate Mark II, if that is the crate fighter I'm using, I don't have a lot of jump stuff on that. I do not have a fuel scoop on it because I go like one jump away from Shinrata on it, do my combat, and then go to material trader, sell the swap the stuff around, and then go back to Shinrata. You know, basically that's all I do is that kind of a loop. So I don't fuel scoop, so I don't need it. Let's see here what we've got. A whole lot of fleet carriers, that's for sure. Here's a assist. There we go. We'll go over here, and there's probably going to be a mission. Cut the power back a little bit. Yeah, I believe I've got to do some missions here. If you're not already using it, I highly recommend getting a HOTA system. Hands-on throttle and stick instead of keyboard and mouse. That right there, folks, is not a water world. That looks like an Earth-like planet. So any Earth-like planet I come around, even if it is in a system that's well mapped, I always map it out, because it's just worth usually a pretty good penny somewhere.
Surface scanned by 50%.
We'll do that here and here. What's it got looking like? No, not a whole lot of overlap on the backside of the planet. Come on, there we go.
Surface scan complete.
That'll be worth a decent amount somewhere. And we'll just continue on to this base. That could be worth 1 million credits somewhere. That's why you'll always see me scanning the planet. I haven't scanned the ones in Shinrata yet. There we go. Unidentified signal source. Those right there are what I was talking about carrying the limpets for. Go in there. Sometimes the stuff you're trying to pick up is in an inaccessible spot.
Landing permitted. Set down on landing pad 28. Automated docking approved. You may now hand over control.
You lose the limpet, no big deal. I really dislike this new system they've got going, where if you look at this, we've got no messages, but yet it's screaming at me I've got messages in my queue. Go to Starport Services.
Touchdown confirmed. Clear to disembark. Report
Mission
to station
board.
services for more information, Commander.
Let's see what we got here. Here we go. All right. That will open us up. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And these guys are Empire and one Federation. So that's what's over here in this system. Let's see where that... From what I remember, so take it with a grain of salt, we deliver this, and then we get told where her base is, and we can go out to her base. I don't think we have to carry anything to her, but that's that. And that'll open up one more engineer. And like I said, I'm going to just, let's see here. Ooh, I can do a whole bunch of lightweight mounts, rapid fire modifications. What is it? Oh, phosphorus is all it is for that. So by the looks of it, I can get a pretty good amount of things there. And I can actually do a pretty good amount of mine stuff. Okay, that's what we'll be doing to get us the reputation we'll need built up with her to see if she opens up another person. I think between a missile and some mine upgrades, I think we will make it so she's at least 3, if not 4, and I think all you need is like 3.
You are clear of the station. Flight control out.
We'll see what she does. That's where I'll end this video. And I'll go ahead and make another one real quickly. This evening, I think I'll take a break of flying around a whole lot. Jump over to my main account and show you the ships I actually keep in-game at all times. Downfall to running 2 different monitors. If I am been doing stuff on one monitor, my HOTAS doesn't work unless I click on the game monitor. Almost flew me into the sun. It has done it in the past. I reached over, started moving controls, and all of a sudden, oh crap. That's not going to help me any. But we'll hold her, open her up. This is going to be a pretty good flight, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'll bring you back when we land. Alright, we're coming up on it. This is a planet-based starport, I guess we'll call it. So, getting it down here. Probably brought you in just a tad bit early, but that's alright. Exactly where it is on the planet, I can tell because this circle is solid that it's on the part of the planet facing us. So I come in low on the horizon, and as I come into the planet, throttle back. A little interesting because we are going to be coming into the sun. Okay. Pull it up. I'll go and full throttle now since it's in orbit. Pull up just a little bit. And if you look on the right hand side, it's showing 90 something kilometers up. And I drop below that yellow line around the 150 mark is when I start nosing down. And we are pretty much right on target. I'll go ahead and turn on our night vision. Breaking through that last part at about 75 kilometers up. We should get pretty darn close to where we want to be before we lose the glide. Glide's complete. And boom. Close enough that auto docking will actually engage without having to throttle up or anything.
Charlie Hotel Yankee. We've set aside a landing pad for you, Commander. It's good to have you. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 02. You are go for automated.
Now, I've only opened her up
Enjoy
one
the
other
ride.
time. So, if memory serves, she's not here.
Landing gear
We
deployed.
turn this data in, we do something, and then we're given her location. Well, we turn the data in where her location comes up in
Commander.
a message. But I'm pretty much positive it's not on this base.
Incoming message.
That message is what we needed. That will tell us where she is. Okay. Okay, so marker's been added. Let's see what this is telling us. Liz Ryder. We need 200 units of landmines. Okay. That right there makes me think we're not going to be able to get her anytime soon. Because needless to say, this ship doesn't have anywhere near enough capacity to carry that in there. So what I'll be doing is there's a couple different things I can do. My Python carries 128, which means 2 runs with it. I think I'll go ahead and pause it now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and head out to Shinrata. Alright everybody, welcome back. We need 200 landmines. What we're working on, I'll go ahead and close that one out. Not sure which one these, I think I can buy them here. But either way, everything's on planets, so it doesn't matter by ship size, and we're going to a planet, so the ship size doesn't matter. So okay, we can buy them here because this has a supply of them, and this is what they want. So we can buy them here, but it's a large system, so we're not going to worry about the size of landing pads. Well, I should say it's a large landing pads are available, so we don't need to worry about the ship size. Now, I could get my Python, change out a bunch of mining modules to container modules, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. For 20 million more, I can get the Type 9, which has a whole lot more carrying capacity, 790 instead of 294. We only need 200, but there's some things we can do trading wise with the Type 9. You can set a Type 9 up to do mining also. And the way we're going with that, it wouldn't be bad to do it with, you know, you have a lot more cargo capacity. So each time you sell at the fleet carrier, you can have more on your ship. The Python, just by going by the cargo, I could do a Type 7. Not a whole lot of cash. But what I'm leaning towards, I can get the Crate Mark II. Let's see here. No small, 2 medium, 3 large. A little bit of difference here on internal compartments. But the Mark II would give me enough capacity in cargo, and since I was thinking about making one of those anyways, we could go that route. The Clipper, Corvette, we don't have the rep. Beluga liner we could do, but I'm not particularly fond of them. Anaconda, needless to say, would easily be able to do the job. But that's about it on ships that can do it in one round, and that's what I want to do. Get them there, do the job, and be done with it. I'm leaning towards the Python because when the Thargoids are attacking stations and stuff, it's one of the ways you can build rep up really quick and make some money by shuttling passengers off of the burning stations to nearby ships and with passenger modules. And I have a Python set up for that on my other account. So it's really coming down to the Crate Mark II or the Python. Another Python. I wouldn't use my mining one. It's already set up for mining. That would take a lot more time than just building another ship out. Let's see. Python, we start with 30 light year jump. The Crate 33. I think we might just go ahead. Let's go ahead and make a Crate. To do this with. So, we'll go into here. Don't think I've got anything I can sell. Oh boy. That Rubia system sure gave me a lot of cash flow. And that was because of that surface mapped there. That planet we surface mapped, the Earth-like world, is paying us 1.29 million credits. That's why I always scan Earth-type worlds. So, we'll go ahead and back out of that. Go to the shipyard. All 37 ships possible in the game are here. Yeah, the Anaconda's nice. It can be used for a bunch of different things. I've got a Jumpaconda on the other account. The Python, we've already got one. The Crate Mark II. Let's see what the Crate Phantom. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with this one here. And as you see, there's that discount, like I talked about before. I do believe we'll go ahead and be running with this. we'll of course have to do some modifications. Now we're going to store our Diamondback Explorer. If we can do some engineering upgrades on the FSD, we will. Go into outfitting. I'm not going to mess with the hard points right now. Core internals. I'm going to change the frame shift drive to a 5A. That bumped us to 18.48. It's got plenty of power here. I'm going to go ahead and change these up like I do on all my ships. Derating these. I'm really think I might go ahead and just change these out now since we're here. These will be set A rated because this will become a combat ship and it needs the power. Frame shift thrusters, we'll go ahead and change that out because we're going to want the thrusters upgraded for combat. So everything in the core internals have been upgraded for combat except for the bulkhead. My shield, I'm just going to go with a 6C biweave. For now, I might do some other things beforehand. Cargo compartments, the 6. Exchange that. We are now up to shoot. Oh, there it is, 114. I knew it was somewhere. Okay, we've already got 5E on that one. We'll go 5 on this one. Still need some more cargo. Change this over to flight assist, advanced docking. Let's see if we can get away with using these for it. We're not going to get enough that way. Not going to have enough. I really don't want to do this. Because I don't think this is going to give it to us either. Yeah, not going to give it to us. So what we're going to do is that right there gets us 226, and we'll do the 4. Oops, I think I goofed. Oh well. We'll find out here real quick. Exchange it. We got 210 tons available to us. We do not have a fuel scoop on the ship right now, but we've got plenty of cargo for what we need to do. Stored modules, what do I have? Yeah, that's what I thought. This 21 minutes is because it's not at this facility. Transfer it to this location. Transfer this location. I want to bring it all here. So those are all coming in. So I sold the shield instead of getting it equipped. No big deal. What is a big deal will be flight distances. So let's see how far gun is out. 93.96. We should be able to get there without too much of an issue. So we'll go ahead and do that. It's 5 jumps away, actually. Before we even go that far, how much can we do on this? Let's get our jump ranges bumped up. And we don't have strange wake solutions or these other items we need. But what that did do is just bumped us from where we were to 27. It added a couple light years of range. That'll help us out a little bit. Open up the map again. And that should have changed that. Let's see what we were at. 5. Still at 5. Four jumps. So we dropped 1 jump off. So we'll go over here. Garnier Point. It doesn't say on that how far away it is. But I'll go ahead and go there, pick up the mines, and then run out to the engineer. And I'll bring you back when we get to the engineer. Okay. The fun part about this, running these mines out, we're a couple jumps away still. Yeah, 2 jumps as of right now. You'll see it here shortly that once my ship cools down a little bit. Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
We have illicit cargo on. Landmines are prohibited contraband. So if we get if we went and stopped somewhere in between at a starport, anything like that, usually you get scanned as you're going into them. And if you're scanned before you're in and blah, 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 you're going to get fines. So generally, if you're doing this, you want to make sure you can make it from point A to point B without stopping. Almost every jump I've done on this run,
Frameshift drive charging.
I've had that message about illicit cargo. Hopefully, I can get into where I need to relatively quickly without getting scanned and getting fines levied against me and all that other good stuff. As you see on my display on the ship, it is a Crate Mark II. As I was leaving Shinrata and I paused the game, paused the video, it dawned on me that, oh, wait a minute. I don't have missiles or mines on my ship to engineer once I get there. And I'm kind of curious, what's these ships? Adders. Okay, I'm not worried about adders. I don't have all my, fighting gear on, but an adder's not going to jump you. Or very rarely. And if they do, they're fairly easy to get away from. And I went and did it again. Drop down a little bit. You can also do the loop of shame. I generally just drop my nose. If I'm not super close, I just drop down and then come back up after I've slowed down a little bit. Now, this is the planet. I'm not exactly sure which facility on this planet I need to go to. Demolition Unlimited. That's where we're going. I couldn't remember what her compound's name was, but we've got it highlighted. We'll be landing here shortly, and we'll get her upgraded to at least level 3, I hope. And I'll go ahead and finish the video off there, and like I said earlier, I'll make a quick video on all my ships. I have a couple of them I won't bring up and do a full teardown of because they are not at Shinrata, at Jameson. They're scattered around. I've got a buddy of mine, which is the reason I started these videos, was talking about getting into the game, but he's been doing other games and stuff instead. I just continued up making these videos, but I have 2 ships over by where he's at right now in the game for me to help him out, get organized. And I'll move one of those back to Shinrata and give you a breakdown on all those ships. The engineers I have unlocked, which I have not done a full unlock. I don't have all of them in the bubble even unlocked, and I've never been to Colonia yet. I'm very tempted to move all my ships on that account, put them on a fleet carrier, and go to Colonia. It's only like an hour and a half. About an hour and a half, I think, to do it if you do it on all the time limits. Plus, an hour or 2 mining the fuel that I'll need for the jumps. get my ship get the ship fully fueled up. So I've been contemplating doing that. I just haven't bought a fleet carrier because I've only got, I believe, 6 billion credits on that account. Unlike a lot of people, I didn't go and do a whole lot of mining and everything before the release. I had bought some ships and done a whole bunch of other stuff and dropped my balance down a pretty good amount. Prior to the release of fleet carriers, I got into Imperion pretty heavy. So, and if you haven't seen it, I've got several videos up on Imperion. And I think I dropped too soon. If I did, I'll pause this because it's going to take me a little while to get there. Yep, the engines are winding down. I'll bring you back in when I land. Actually, it actually let me come all the way in to about 7 kilometers out, so it wasn't all that bad. Get this landed. Like I said, I have illicit cargo on board. Luckily, we didn't get messed with on that. And touchdown.
Docking procedure completed. Ship
Engineer's workshop. Donate the 200 mines. And she's now opened up. I got 2 of these here. Let's see what we've got. Here's what we'll do. Because we've got a whole lot of phosphorus. We'll build this up. What is this one? 5 and 2. Rapid fire is 1 and 8. Sturdy mount 40. Okay, we'll back up on that. Hit missile. We'll do this one. Lightweight mount again. That's what I was afraid of. We're not going to get a whole lot on the second into 3 on this. Back it up. Do mines. High capacity magazines 8. Lightweight. Alright, we'll do lightweight again. We just want to get her up to level 3. Salvaged alloys and manganese. Let's see what the missiles take for level 2. The same thing. But this will get us to level 3. So we'll go ahead and do one of these. Go back, missiles again, do this one. And she is now level 3. I was really hoping to hear a message from her. I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of these. We're not getting a whole lot of rep gain on that, and I thought we would have gotten the upgrade. She is level 3. I was hoping we'd get a message in regards to another engineer, but we didn't. I don't know if we've got to go up even higher on her into 4+ or what. I thought she opened up something else. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I want to try and bring in something online that will give us an idea what we need. Okay, back on Commander's Toolbox. This is all the engineers and what they can do on Inara. Felicity. And Liz Ryder, which we've just done. This one here is your next step to unlock for that on his guide. We've got Elvira Martuk already unlocked. Well, I have to go and bring her the Soontil relics. But you need to upgrade your modules, and she'll open up these two individuals. Marco Gwent, you'll get Palin and Lori Jameson. Palin will give you the Dweller is Li Chong. Li Chong shield generators. Blaster McQuinn, we've got him already unlocked. We need to upgrade him for Celine Jean. Armor and hull reinforcement, and she'll open up these two. So there is rep involved with several of these factions, well, these engineers, to go up to get some others unlocked. So check out Commander's Toolbox. It'll show you what you need for that stuff, and I'm going to go and end this one here. And actually, before I do, this is Liz Ryder. Now, is Liz Ryder going to unlock for somebody for us? I'm going down to her. Okay, Hera Tani is power plants and detailed surface scanners. And you need to rank up with the Empire to get her, and she opens up Brew Tarquin and Tiana. Brew is beam burst and pulse lasers. You have to be combat rank of competent or higher. And that was Brew. We need Tiana. Tiana, it's a dead-end engineer, so you have to be friendly with the Empire on that one. She does utility scanners, interdictors, limpet controllers, and sensors. So the beginning of that list is all in the bubble, and it will give you pretty much all the engineering capabilities you would want in the game. So I'll end that one here, and I'll see you later on in game. My next one is going to be the ships, and what I have set up on my main account pretty much gives me capability to do everything in game that I'd like. I'll see you then.